Hey guys, I'm Chef Dean Max. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to do a German potato salad that you're going to love. So stay with me. Click subscribe if you're not doing that already. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and ring that bell and I'll send you new things I have coming up. So see you back in a second with some German potato salad. Okay guys, really quick, really simple, great side dish to pork chops, chicken, lamb, anything is a German potato salad. I love this during the holiday time too because it's a nice dinner that you can have. It's a little different from normal holiday dinner and it gives you something that you can serve even the next day. So first thing we're going to do is take some nice smoked bacon, whatever best smoked bacon you can find is, and mince it up really small, chop it in slices and then cut it back again to make these small cuts. And you can see what that looks like. They don't have to be perfect in any particular shape. You just want them small so they go throughout this whole dish, okay? Now, these are almost to the crispy stages where we want them, okay? So I'm gonna take onions. Now this is one onion. These are two small onions I have. So the onions like that, I just cut it in half. I peeled it and cut it in half. And now what I'm gonna do is just cut it straight down to make a slice like that. And I want to start to put that in here to cool this off, okay? Because if I don't, my bacon's going to burn, right? So what is deglazing a pan is adding a liquid, right? So by adding onions, we do add a little bit of a liquid to this. And now with this, I want to toast my caraway seeds in there. So I'm going to put those in there now in that bacon fat that's rendered down, okay? And I want to let that toast for a second before I add the rest of my onions. If it starts to get too hot while you're doing this, and it's nice always to do this ahead, okay? I don't do it ahead because I like you guys to see what I'm doing, but, whoop, that was hot, okay? See, so the onions right now, they're gonna let the water off because they're sweating. So that water is going to cool this whole thing down a bit, okay? Not cold, but it's gonna cool it, okay? With this now, I want to slice the rest of my onions up and I'll stick these in here to continue to cook. Now, we don't really need to caramelize these onions. We're just going to basically cook them till they're translucent and soft and they eat really nice. They're going to give good flavor to this dish. This dish is all about those earthy flavors of beautiful potatoes and onions. And you can put garlic in this as well. And I want to just move the bacon around so the bacon doesn't just sit on the bottom and get burnt. We want the onions to kind of start to cook. So I'm moving that around nicely, right? And look how gorgeous that looks. Even the smell of it already it's intoxicating. Caraway, something about caraway, onions, and bacon that just goes some craziness. So I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt in. I don't want to over salt it because we'll salt it at the end too. We have to be mindful that Dijon mustard, which a mustard which we're going to put in here is going to have salt in it, and also the smoked bacon can be salty on its own. So you gotta add in those flavors in your mind. Okay, the pepper we put in there. Okay, now I'm going to let that continue to saute for a second. I'm going to give that about a minute, and then we'll come back and finish this up. Okay, we're back. This is almost ready to go now. Those onions are cooked down lightly. You can see they're not browned. We don't want to brown them. We want these nice white onions in there, but we just want them soft. You see when they turn translucent, that means they're kind of cooked all the way through to the center, which means there's not going to be any really bitterness. But these are not like a really bitter onion anyway, so we don't have to really worry too much about that. Now, let's talk about the rest of this. I've got Dijon mustard here, which I'm going to put about oh, this one is a really hot one. It's a German hot mustard. It's same like a Dijon mustard, like it's got white wine and stuff, but the mustard itself is a little bit spicier. And I like that. This is an area where you can easily substitute just plain old Grey Poupon Dijon mustard at that point, okay? But you want to put a decent amount of mustard in that, okay? Now, after you put the mustard in, then I'm going to put in my I'm gonna put in, you can either put chicken stock or water. I'm gonna add a little water because I don't have any good chicken stock. So if you're not gonna have good chicken stock, then just use water, okay? Don't try to put, like not good chicken stock. Don't use bouillon cubes, you know what I mean? Let's cook for real, okay? It's better not to have the chicken than do that. It doesn't really need it, okay? You already have this flavor of the bacon. And let me talk to you about the potatoes. These are a small cream of potato that I've cooked and sliced. So it's already cooked, the potato, and that's what you want to do. Let me explain how to make a potato like this. Any small potato that you have, or you could do large too, but any potato, you're going to cover them with water. I put some bay leaves and salt, bring it to a boil, and boil it. Now, if it's a small potato, if it's a tiny potato, right when it comes to a boil, you turn it off and let it cool in the liquid. If it's a kind of a creamer size, like this size potato, right? You're going to let it boil for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then you turn it off and let it cool in the liquid. If it's a big potato, it's more like 8 to 10 minutes. You boil it, then you cool it in the liquid. Now what happens if it's not cooked right? At the end of cooling it completely, 30, 40 minutes in the liquid, so the liquid's warm, not even warm yet, you can just put your finger in its cool temperature, pull the potato out, cut it, and taste it. If it's al dente still, then you could put it back on the stove, bring it back to a boil, and eventually you'll learn that right timing for your potatoes. So you didn't really kill it, you just don't want to throw that liquid away. That liquid's got all the juice and the flavor from the potato in it. So it's only got salt and some bay leaf. Now if you want to put other flavorings like thyme and garlic in that water, you can feel free to do that. So I've done that, cooked the potatoes, and I've sliced them, and I've added them in here like this, okay? So the potatoes at this point, we're just gonna warm them up, okay? Now, I'm also gonna add a little bit of butter because, you know what? Potatoes and butter are really a match made in heaven, right? So I've got this butteriness. Now, if you had chicken stock, like I said, the chicken stock will add it'll add like a fattiness to it because, you know, the chicken's got gelatin in it, right? And so when you add it in there and reduce it a little, it's got that gelatiny flavor. I'm gonna put a little bit more black peppercorns on here. Beautiful ground black pepper. And you know what I want to do is I want to finish it too with a little bit of smoked salt. This is some smoked salt I got when I was in Peru, and the smokiness goes great with kind of that bacon. So I'm going to add that smoked salt in. It's give us nice color too. You can put a little bit on top, but if you can get your hands on a smoked salt, that's where you want to use it, right here, where you have the smoked bacon in there already, and it's just going to kind of bring out those smoky flavors. Now, the only thing we're missing at this point is our vinegar, and I'm going to add that next, okay, which is right here. Now, I have a German vinegar. If you don't have this, you can just use apple cider vinegar as your best substitute. This is German vinegar that's got, it says 13 fine herbs in it. It's a white vinegar that they put with like different herbs, probably like tarragon and dill and parsley, and I put a good amount in there, right? Now, this is looking beautiful. This potatoes are going to warm up, the butter's going to melt together, this liquid's going to reduce down, the acidity is going to be there, and you're going to have yourself a wonderful potato salad here in about a matter of minutes, right? So what I want to do now is reach for some parsley. I've got some nice parsley here, and I'm going to take that out. I was in some paper because I like to keep it in my paper in wet, kind of soft, hand roll paper that you would use in your kitchen, and what's going to keep that herb really like from wilting and getting kind of dehydrated and old. So from this point, I'm just going to put in my parsley. Okay, so our parsley. Oh, I'm going to add some more. I'll make this thing really parsley forward. Why not? So I don't want to put it in the heavy stems. I'm just going to. I've cleaned this already. Okay, so I'm just going to take the stemmy piece there, and I use that for stocks or stuff later. And then I'm going to mince up the nice tops of the parsley. I love Italian flat leaf parsley, my favorite. You can use curly parsley if that's all you could find in the market. In this kind of a dish, actually, I like tarragon as well if you can find it. I couldn't find any in the market yet. It's just not ready yet. Probably won't see it in our market for another month or so, but I always say when you have it, those are really great herbs to use, okay? So with this, I just want to toss this in and get it cooking down together. Look how beautiful this looks. You've got that beautiful green parsley in there. You've got the onions, the mustard, The juice from the potato or the water that we add is going to mix with the potato, and the starchiness of the potato is going to come out. It's almost like when you cook, use pasta water to thicken stuff. This is what's going to happen. The water that I added is mixing with that starch that's on the slices of potato, and it's going to thicken this up. So what we're looking to do now is just allow this to thicken for a minute or 2 hours so it reduces, and we're going to check the flavor. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. I let this continue. You can see how it's cooking down now. Look, you see the texture of the liquid? It's thickening up, right? The starch in the potatoes, the potatoes have warmed. So these potatoes you could have cooked before. These could be leftover potatoes from a dinner that you had where you had sliced potatoes that you didn't use. So anything works like that. But I do like using a cut potato. I wouldn't use whole potatoes with this. Like even if you have the little baby ones, cut them in half. That gives you that texture from the starch that comes out, right, from the inside of the potato. So you want that starch right now because that's what's bringing this potato together. Now, at this point, I want to taste it. And I'm tasting for salt, acidity, flavor. Wow. I don't think it needs anything. Normally I would say, okay, well, we might need a little bit more acidity or might need more salt, but I think we're right on the spot with this. So at this point, you're ready to eat, right? So with this potato, you just take that, the beautiful onions, and you serve this with a nice pork chop. Ooh, grilled pork chop. Oh my goodness. You're going to love it. Look at how beautiful that looks. Let me turn this off because it's done. Okay. You can hear it when it starts to simmer like that. That's because all that liquid is kind of cooked out and everything's come together. And look how beautiful those potatoes look. Gonna give ourselves a little parsley garnish on there. Wow. It's perfect. You guys are gonna love this. Try it at home. Super simple side dish of potatoes, warm potato salad, German style, and I hope you like it.